This time we aren't starting with a slip knot, we're starting with a magic circle. So place your yarn on 3 fingers and wrap it around. So cross it over and the back should look like this, and then you hold the tail and your working yarn in between your thumb and your pinky. So you pick up your hook now. Take your hook under the first strand and pick up the other one, just like that. And then you grab your working yarn from the other side and pull up a loop. We made 1 stitch already, so we're just going to make 1 more because we are starting with a double crochet. Yarn over, insert your hook into the circle, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. It's just a normal double crochet, but make sure that you do your double crochet over the 2 strands. We're going to make 9 double crochets. We need 10, but the first chain 2 that we did at the beginning counts as 1, so we're just going to do 9. From here, you're going to pull on the tail to close the circle, and I advise that you do this gently. From here, you can just keep your tail behind and grab your working yarn, and we're going to make a slip stitch. So you can see the first chain 2 that we made earlier, and the first stitch looks bigger, so it's quite obvious. You're going to insert your hook, yarn over, and pull up a loop, and then pull through the other loop. Just to be sure, you can count, and we should have 10 stitches. So for round 2, we're going to make 2 double crochets in each stitch. So you chain 2 first, and you insert your first double crochet in the first stitch and the second one. Here we're going to ignore the chain 2, so it doesn't count as a stitch here. So in the second stitch, 2 double crochets again. You're going to do this in the 3rd stitch, the 4th stitch, until we get to the 9th stitch. At the last stitch, you're going to yarn over and place 1 double crochet. We can see that the chain 2 is connected, so that counts as 1 double crochet, which makes it 2, and we're going to make a slip stitch at the top. Just to be sure, after this row you should have 20 stitches. You don't have to do this every time, but we just want to know that we are doing the right thing. For the next row, we're going to chain 2 first and place your first double crochet in the first stitch. Like I said before, the chain 2 doesn't count. So this is your first double crochet and your second double crochet in the second stitch. The 3rd double crochet goes into the second stitch. So the pattern for this row is 1 double crochet in 1 stitch and 2 double crochets in the next stitch. At my last 2 stitches, I'm going to place 1 double crochet in that stitch, and the chain 2 counts as 1 double crochet, so I just have to place 1 more to make it 2, and then you make your slip stitch at the top. For the 4th row, we're going to start with the chain 2, and we're going to place 1 double crochet in each stitch, but the 4th one goes in with the 3rd double crochet. So this is the 2nd, 3rd double crochet, and the 4th one, like I said, is going in with the 3rd one. So you place the 4th one with the 3rd double crochet. So that's the pattern for row 4. 3 double crochets, and the 4th one goes in with the 3rd one. Remember that every time you should end with 1 double crochet. So at the last stitch, the chain 2 counts as 1 double crochet, and you just have to place 1 more double crochet to make it 2, and then you make your slip stitch. And that's it for row 4. For row 5, we place 4 double crochets, 1 in each stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th one goes in with the 4th one. So you place the 5th one in the same stitch with the 1st double crochet, and that's the pattern for row 5. So if you ever forget how many stitches you should be doing, just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the 5th row, the 5th stitch goes in with the 1st one. On the 4th row, the 1st double crochet goes in with the 3rd one. So like that. So I repeated this up to 8 rows, and it measures 9.5 inches. I decided to give you guys in inches also because it depends on the size of yarn you're using. So after my rows of increases, for the next row, we're just going to make normal double crochets. So here you can use a stitch marker if you want to, just to indicate your first stitch. And from here, just normal double crochets, 1 double crochet in each stitch. this is what my work looks like now, and we can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 from the increases, and 1, 2, 3 from the straight double crochets. And the 3 rows of straight double crochets measure 2 inches. So for the next row, we are going to make a decrease. You chain 1, insert your hook in the first stitch and pull up a loop, insert your hook in the second stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through all 3. And you can place a stitch marker here just to indicate your first stitch. And we're going to do this for the whole of this row. Again, insert your hook, pull up a loop, insert your hook, pull up a loop, and pull through all 3. For the next row, here I chain 2 because the next row is going to be double crochets, and I'm going to place 3 double crochets in each stitch. So here the chain 2 counts as 1 double crochet, so we just need 2 more, which makes it 3, and 3 double crochet in the next stitch. So I did this for 3 rows, and once you start doing it, you can see that the brim starts to curl already. You can do as many rows as you want until you're satisfied with the results. At the end, we're only placing 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, and the chain 2 counts as the 3rd double crochet. So we're just going to slip stitch at the top. Like I said earlier, 3 double crochets in each stitch, and I did 3 rows of increases. So after your last double crochet, you're going to make your slip stitch at the end, chain 1, and that is it. You make it tight. And from here you can turn your work inside out so that we can sew in our loose ends. So guys, this is what my hat looks like at the end. This is what I have. So that is it for this video. See you guys next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.